Morning folks, Tuesday the 21st of April, downtown Ezhou, Wuhan, same shit, different day. Stopped raining today, it was raining acid yesterday, fucking rained all day. Anyway, yeah, no news from the government again. Been hassling them, they never ring me back. That's life. Anyway, off to the coffee shop, have my daily hit. And there's my neighbour, say hello. Yeah, she's always screaming and telling me what to do. I have no fucking clue what she's talking about, but anyway, she seems alright. Puts up with me, so that's a start. So, yeah, Tuesday. What's happening Tuesday? There's the hospital over there, still normal. Not much going on, there's some cops. Hey cops. Oh, coffee shop down that way. Head that way. Still a bit of social distancing going on at the bank. How about some duck for breakfast? Some duck for breakfast. Fuck a duck. Look at it all. Yeah, I like the view from the coffee shop. Always something good to look at. I like the view inside the coffee shop too. Now that's living. Yeah, so I was just looking at the news again, that bloody Marise Payne now, our foreign minister. She's causing more fucking pain. She's given China grief on the news, totally unsubstantiated. She's obviously backing Mr. President Trump, and Fox News, it's owned by the American government and are very one-sided. Anyway, she had a bit of a whinge at China, and China's not very impressed at all, because we are your biggest trading partners and all that sort of stuff, and it's very crucial that we keep our ties rather close together, or the Australian economy will never recover. But anyway, yeah, Miss Payne, pain in the arse, is causing more grief, and just have a look at the ABC news reports on her today and what she said. Yeah, biting off a nose to spite a face, but anyway. So this lady's husband died from coronavirus. It was one of the first I knew, so yeah, sorry about that. So I noticed the American president's done a fine job in his country. They got over 40,000 deaths, and he's still complaining and reckons it's China's fault, and that they withheld information. Well, they actually withheld information for 6 days where they got their facts straight. America was notified on the 3rd of January, and they sent health officials over on about the 14th of January, and they knew more about this than most of the world did by then, and they denied anything until the end of February, where it went right through their country, and now they've got over 40,000 deaths, and they want to point the finger at China. Well, how about point your finger at your stupid fucking president, because he's a fucking idiot. Yeah, the American people that watch my videos, I mean, I feel really sorry for you guys, unfortunately, but your news suppresses so much information, and your government hides so much crap from you guys. And a lot of you are totally oblivious to the fact, and you accuse me of false information. Well, why have you guys got over 40,000 deaths and your president's still denying it? You've even got people going out and carrying on about lockdown measures, which is actually trying to save your country, and it doesn't make any sense. What, you guys should really wake up, because this is fucking serious. Why would you Americans possibly go out and have rallies to try and open up your cities when you've got so much of an infection rate and your government's just doing nothing about it? And you know, so I mean, when you just point the finger at China, at least China sorted it out. They did everything they could here to suppress it and stop it spreading, only to be let down by the Americans letting it get so out of control, and still letting flights fly domestically through your country, which is really bad for you all, and going overseas. A big deal if they stop people from China coming. Well, there's not many people in China that have the virus anymore, so, you know, I know you all think you're really good in America, but unfortunately your government's full of shit, and they've really fucking caused these big issues, mate.
President Trump now tells us China is to blame for the havoc that the coronavirus is wreaking across the world. He's paused funding to the World Health Organization because he says it colluded with China in keeping the facts hidden. To evaluate these claims, just keep in mind one tweet from the president on January 24th. China has been working very hard to contain the coronavirus. The United States greatly appreciates their efforts and transparency. It will all work out well. In particular, on behalf of the American people, I want to thank President Xi. What did the world, including President Trump, know about the virus at that point? Well, one day earlier, on January 23rd, the World Health Organization warned all countries should be prepared for containment of the virus, including active surveillance, early detection, isolation, and case management, contact tracing and prevention of onward spread, unquote. By this point, stories about the virus were all over the news. China had announced that the virus was being transmitted between humans and had begun locking down parts of Hubei province. As for the US government, on January 18th, a week earlier, Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar had briefed Trump on the dangers of the virus, according to the Washington Post. By January 24th, there were 2 confirmed cases of the disease in the US, and on January 27th, the Centers for Disease Control issued a level 3 warning to avoid non-essential travel to China. On January 29th, Trump tweeted, "Just received a briefing on the coronavirus in China from all our great agencies who are also working closely with China." That very day, one of Trump's most trusted aides, Peter Navarro, wrote a memo warning about a possible pandemic that could kill up to 500,000 Americans. Navarro noted that Chinese reports indicated that the virus was likely far more contagious than the flu, more like the bubonic plague or smallpox. The next day, January 30th, the WHO declared a global public health emergency. Just hours after that, this is what Trump said.
Now we're working very strongly with China on the coronavirus. We think it's going to have a very good ending for us.
So the question is, was Donald Trump telling the truth about China then, or is he telling the truth about it now?
And if you don't believe me about the numbers in your military and how many sick are in the military, instead of fucking asking me, why don't you ask the government and get them to give you the correct numbers? Because the inside information over here suggests that they're in a serious way, and they won't be telling you guys that because they don't want the truth to get out. But if you do your own little bit of research and ask the hard questions, like whenever someone asks President Trump a hard question, he tells them to shut up or fucking calm down or you're a bad reporter or whatever he comes up with at the time, but he never actually tells you the truth. To the wet market again. Hi ho, here we go. Into the wet market, the dangerous wet market. Oh, fucking hell, I might get coronavirus. Oh, hello. Hey, darling, where are the bats? Where are the bats and the rats and the cats? Oh, look, here. Oh, no, that's beef and pork and chicken. Well, that's not dangerous. Ni hao. Well, it's not a bad sort. Oh, no, that's mine. This one's not. This looks pretty good to me. Ni hao. Oh, polite. My missus calls this the meat market. I tend to agree with her. Just I'm not talking about the same meat. As you can see, everybody's still got their face masks on and being very, very careful. We're going to have face masks on for a long time because it stops the spreading and it stops the, you know, and it's just the way it is for safety. No Ingham's frozen chickens here, mate. They're gutted and fixed up on the spot. Fresh as fresh. You can even buy the guts if you want. How about some dried fish? The meat works. Hello. Pork. I think the butcher thought I was a bit crazy. Trying to tell him, hey mate, can I pick up the pig's feet? I want to film him. He's like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah dude, whatever. I know he didn't understand, so I just thought I'd pick them up. The missus tells me to stay out of the back lanes, but I personally like the back lanes better. There's sort of more action going on in these back lanes. You never know what you're going to see. There's another bread shop. Looks pretty cool. Yum, 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 yum. Just found something pretty interesting on social media. I'll just add it to my clip and you just can have a laugh. Yeah, so that's one bitch you don't want to fuck with. So here we go through our little escape route. This goes out the back way of my house, which is up there. It's up there. Beautiful fucking environment here. Yes. Lovely China. Through the rubbish pile. Bit of a look for a bludge. Nothing good. And down into my back alley I go. Tell you what, I get some funny looks when I'm walking around these joints and people haven't seen a white person before. Yeah, just like Ulladulla. It comes out here. That's my back way to the shopping centre. Oh, they're saying the shoes are on special. Come inside. Yeah, yeah. Oh, some beautiful more wildlife. So I think I might have a wander down to Macca's, good old Macca's. I'm sort of over Chinese food lately. So down past the soccer stadium, which was the holding cell for anyone that broke quarantine measures. Had to go in there for 14 days and hang out. Yeah, I'll go for a shortcut through this little mall. All sorts of weird little shops in here. And all down these side alleys, they're all dress shops and stuff. They all just hang out. I don't really see many customers in here. Don't know what they do. Yeah, we'll go down here and see what's going on. You never know what you find down these joints. Flashing lights, curtains, sus. Bye bye. Hello. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Doing your nails. So plenty of hats here, plenty of shoes here, plenty of beauticians. Everyone seems to be having their lunch at the moment. And I come out here and that's the main hospital in this city. Very quiet now. It wasn't very quiet a month ago, but it's good now, it's quiet. Yeah, so I wonder what the Australian government's going to do when my visa runs out here and they end up doing something to me. Could lock me up. Legally they can lock me up for that. And then the Australian government probably won't do anything, but they'll probably be really happy because then I'll shut the fuck up and stop hassling them. And yeah, Maurice Payne, who's been such a fucking pain and not being a very good foreign affairs minister because she seems to cause more trouble than she's worth with our biggest trading partner, which isn't very good for our economy, of course. Oh, the closer I get to Macca's, the quicker I'm walking. I'm starving, I haven't had a burger for like a week. Oh, nearly there. Okay, you take your kid. So this is cool. It's the first time we've been able to go into Macca's for like 3 months. It's been self-service only outside. Stoked. Here we go. You should see what they serve in Macca's in China. They sell rice and shit like that. Yep, Macca's in China. Guy, your home delivers Macca's. Lunch. Oh, and this is the new Bat Burger. Only in China. Bat Burgers. Oh, I feel so much better now. Hit a McDonald's. Fix anybody, mate. So, it's my little bit of exercise. I suppose I'll walk home now. Yeah, anyway, so earlier on today I went to the passport office and tried to see if we can extend our stay, or my stay, a bit longer, but rules are rules, and at the moment they didn't really give me any indication that they were going to. However, things could change. They might change depending on what else is going on around the world, and so I'll just have to sort of wait and see what happens. That's about all I could really get out of them. In the meantime, I'll just have to make the most of it here and enjoy what I can, and yeah, do what I do. Look at these lights. Might get some of them for go. They try so hard to do my coffee well. I'm so happy with these two. They compete against each other. Good coffee in Ezhou. You have to come and see these two girls. They'll make you the best coffee. The shop. This is the shop. Best place in coffee in Ezhou. And there's the boss. There's some old lady's practicing her singing here. She sounds like a dead dog getting run over and reversed back over. Haven't heard much of Batman lately. Maybe he's alright. Maybe he's got coronavirus. Maybe he gave us all coronavirus. Maybe he's been eating Batwoman too often and got coronavirus off her. She does look a little bit slutty, you know. She's probably let a few too many blokes eat her, and look what's happened. We've all got fucking coronavirus, especially America. That's where she comes from, isn't it? Anyway, well, on that note, I think that's about all I got to say today. I got my coffee, I got my face mask on still. Going to be on for a few more months yet. And you know, the good thing about face masks, you can pull faces at people and they don't even fucking know what you're doing. So, you know, you can just walk around and be a real smart ass and no one really knows. Not that I do that, but yeah, it's just occurred to me. Anyway, cheers folks, talk later. Enjoy life in quarantine or wherever you might be. And yeah, tomorrow's the new day. Let's see it gets better.